Once upon a time, in the heart of Kiddosville, a magical place named Goodnight Farm nestled. As the day gave way to twilight, the sun dipped below the horizon, bathing the farm in a warm, golden glow. The fields swayed gently, kissed by the evening breeze, and the air filled with the soft rustling of leaves. At the heart of this enchanting place was a cozy barn, a beacon of warmth and love. The barn was a sanctuary for all the farm animals, a place where they gathered as the day drew to a close. It was a symphony of sounds, from the gentle mooing of cows to the soft clucking of hens, a melody that echoed the rhythm of life on Goodnight Farm. Enter Farmer Ben, a kind-hearted man in overalls whose care for his animals was as boundless as the fields. With a gentle smile, he went from stall to stall, bidding each animal a heartfelt good night. "Good night, Daisy the cow," he'd say, as he tenderly closed her stall door. "Sleep tight, Ollie the owl," he'd whisper to the wise owl perched high in the barn rafters. Each good night was a promise of safety, a reassurance that all was well on the farm. In a corner of the barn, a soft bed of hay cradled a group of little chicks. They huddled close to their mother, Henrietta, their tiny chirps a lullaby in the quiet barn. "Good night, little ones," Henrietta clucked softly, her feathers a warm blanket for her chicks. Outside, the farm was bathed in the gentle glow of the rising moon. Fireflies, like tiny lanterns, flickered in the twilight, their lights a magical dance that illuminated the path to the duck pond. And so, as nightfall blanketed Goodnight Farm, the animals settled in, their hearts filled with peace. The day had been long and full of adventures, but now it was time for dreams. The stars above twinkle, sharing in the nighttime secrets of Goodnight Farm. In the corner of the barn, a soft bed of hay warms a group of little chicks. These fluffy bundles of joy snuggle close to their mother, a hen named Henrietta. As they nestle under her warm and protective feathers, Henrietta clucks a soft lullaby. She whispers, "Good night, little ones," and one by one their tiny eyes close, surrendering to the sweet embrace outside the barn. The moon begins its ascent, casting a gentle, silvery glow over the farm. The duck pond, lying still and serene, mirrors the night sky. Here we meet Quackers the duck and his adorable ducklings. They waddle to the water's edge, their tiny webbed feet making soft splashes. As they dip into the pond for a nighttime swim, they call out to each other, "Good night, quack quack," their voices echoing softly across the still water. A little further away, past the barn and beyond the duck pond, lies an apple orchard. Here, Buzzy the bee is preparing for his own nighttime ritual. As the flowers close their petals for the night, Buzzy buzzes a soothing lullaby to them. "Good night, blossoms," he hums, his voice a gentle whisper in the cool night air. Buzzy then retreats to his cozy hive, nestled in the branches of one of the apple trees. Nearby, in the vegetable garden, Mrs. Rabbit is tucking in her bunnies for the night. Their burrow, located under the carrot pat, is a warm and cozy haven. "Good night, sweet ones," she whispers, her voice filled with love and warmth. The bunnies, their eyes heavy with sleep, curl up in their burrow, their tiny noses twitching one last time before they drift off to dreamland. And as the farm falls into a calm and peaceful slumber, a gentle breeze sweeps across the fields. It rustles the leaves, stirs the hay, and carries the sleepy murmurs of the farm to every corner. Each whisper, each rustle, each snore is a testament to the magical nighttime rituals of Goodnight Farm. As the farm sleeps, the nocturnal creatures begin to stir. From high up in the barn rafters, a charming bat named Benny awakens. He stretches his wings wide, shaking off the day's slumber. With a soft flutter, he takes flight, swooping out into the cool night air. "Good night, farm," he whispers, his voice echoing across the silent fields. As he soars higher and higher, the twinkling stars seem to dance around him, welcoming him into the velvety darkness of the night. Away from the barn, in the heart of the meadow, Luna the friendly owl emerges from her tree hollow. She blinks her wise eyes, taking in the moonlit landscape. With a gentle flap of her wings, she lifts off, gliding gracefully across the meadow. "Good night, night creatures," she hoots softly, her call echoing through the quiet night air. Luna's vigilant eyes scan the slumbering farm, ensuring all is calm and peaceful under her watchful gaze. Deep in the nearby woods, a rustle of leaves signals the awakening of a family of foxes. One by one, they emerge from their cozy den, their bushy tails swishing in anticipation of the night's adventures. Good night, moonlight friends, they bark softly, their voices blending with the symphony of nighttime sounds. They huddle together, sharing warmth and companionship, before setting off to explore the moonlit woods. These creatures of the night, each with their own unique tales, bring a different kind of magic to Goodnight Farm. As they go about their nightly rituals, they add their own whispers to the story of the farm, their voices carried on the gentle breeze, blending with the soft snores of the sleeping animals in the barn. So while the farm animals slumber, wrapped in the warm embrace of dreams, the nighttime creatures share their own tales under the starlit sky. This is the other side of Goodnight Farm, a side that comes alive with the magic of the night, a side that adds another layer of charm to this magical place. While the farm animals slumber, the nighttime creatures share their own tales under the starlit sky. Back in the barn, the animals settle into a peaceful sleep. As the hush of night descends, each creature finds comfort in the familiar surroundings of Goodnight Farm. Daisy the cow, her large eyes half closed, nestles into the soft straw of her stall. The rhythmic sound of her gentle breathing echoes throughout the barn, a soothing lullaby to her fellow barn dwellers. In their corner, the little chicks burrow further into the warmth of their mother, Henrietta. Their tiny cheeps gradually give way to the quiet whispers of slumber. Meanwhile, Ollie the owl, perched high in the rafters, closes his wise eyes, his soft hoots punctuating the tranquil atmosphere. Outside, Quackers the duck and his playful ducklings float serenely on the moonlit pond. Their day's adventures have given way to a calm, restful night, the gentle lapping of the water serving as a lullaby. Buzzy the bee, nestled in his cozy hive, hums a soft tune that dances on the cool night breeze, while Mrs. Rabbit's bunnies curl up in their burrow under the carrot patch, their tiny noses twitching in their sleep. And then there's Farmer Ben. With a final affectionate glance around his beloved farm, he reaches for the lantern hanging by the barn door. His hand pauses for a moment, his gaze lingering on the peaceful scene before him. With a gentle sigh, he extinguishes the lantern, its warm glow gradually fading into the silver light of the moon. The farm is now bathed in the soft glow of the moon and the twinkling stars. The only sounds are the occasional rustle of straw, the distant hoot of an owl, and the gentle whisper of the wind through the trees. It is a symphony of the night, a soothing melody that lulls Goodnight Farm into a dream-filled sleep. The farm sleeps peacefully, knowing that tomorrow will bring a new day of adventures and joy. As the moon continues her silent vigil, the stars twinkle brighter, as if sharing in the farm's anticipation of the dawn. It's a promise of a new day, a promise that carries with it the magic and wonder that is Goodnight Farm. In Kiddosville, as children snuggle under their blankets, parents share the tale of Goodnight Farm. This enchanting tale, beloved by all, has become a cherished bedtime ritual. As the moon casts its silver glow across the town, the story unfolds, bringing with it dreams as sweet as honey and as soft as a feather. In the quiet corners of Kiddosville, you can hear the whispers of Goodnight Farm. The story paints a picture of a world where farm animals tuck each other in, where the moon smiles down on sleeping ducks, and where a friendly bat takes flight under the starry sky. The tale spins a tapestry woven with threads of love, laughter, and the promise of a new day. The story of Goodnight Farm has a special magic. It fills the night with a sense of peace, a gentle lullaby that sends the children of Kiddosville into the land of dreams. It's a world where Daisy the cow snoozes in her stall, Ollie the owl hoots from the rafters, and little chicks snuggle under the warm wings of their mother, Henrietta. And as the children drift off to sleep, they carry with them the gentle murmur of Goodnight Farm, the hoot of Luna the owl, the soft quack of the ducks, and the hum of Buzzy the bee's lullaby. In the hearts of Kiddosville's children, the story of Goodnight Farm is more than a tale. It's a promise of a new day filled with joy and adventure, where the sun will rise over the farm, waking the animals and bathing the fields in a warm, golden glow. As the children dream, the story of Goodnight Farm continues to unfold in the quiet night. It's a tale that's whispered from parent to child, a tale that travels on the night breeze, a tale that's engraved in the heart of Kiddosville. Under the watchful eyes of the moon and the twinkling stars, the story of Goodnight Farm whispers goodnight to Kiddosville. As the night deepens, the tale tucks the town into a peaceful slumber, a blanket of dreams under the starlit sky. And as the children of Kiddosville dream, they know that when they wake, a new day of love and laughter awaits them at Goodnight Farm.